Hi friends, thank you for joining. This is Shajulni. Today we are going to have a very interesting conversation with someone known as the CRM man. He is driven with a passion towards open source technology. He believes that CRM could do much more than what market has seen till today. He has launched Spice CRM with a lot of spicy features. Today we'll be interacting with the founder of Spice CRM, Mr. Christian Knoll. We'll try to understand from him his journey, his challenges, and his strategy on how he is going to launch Spice CRM in Middle East and Asia. Mr. Knoll, thank you for joining.
Thank you for the great introduction and of course for the invitation to join you here today. It's a great pleasure to be with you and talk about Spice CRM today.
The pleasure remains ours. It's always nice to talk to brainy wizards like you. So my first question is that can we know a bit on your journey? Where did it start from, and how did you get through all the challenges? Can we know a bit of your journey and how did you land up into this amazing space of CRM?
It indeed was a long journey, so it took us over the last 6 years, coming from doing Sugar CRM for about 12 years. I was always amazed and supportive and thought the open source model is a good one. And of course, when Sugar CRM decided to abandon that and only take it to a commercial one, this was one of the motivating factors in saying, okay, we want to do it right. And at that point, if you look back, several companies took the decision basically to fork from this Sugar CRM open source space, some or most of them less successful. We really took the opportunity and said, okay, we want to change a lot of things. We saw a lot of good things in the Sugar CRM backend, but said, okay, looking at a more modern architecture, there was a lot of things we needed to change. And so we basically took the opportunity and really changed a lot, taking it forward from a complete new user interface based on Lightning design, which we are glad that Salesforce released is also on the open source, leveraging newest technology from Google with Angular as a framework, and also other new technologies which are like socket-based communications and the pure fully responsive HTML5 UI. CRM is, believe it or not, of course, focusing on business processes, but on the other hand, it's also a technology game. Technology makes CRM system very usable, makes them user-friendly, makes them easy to adapt, makes them very flexible. So technology is a key enabler to CRM, and I always believed in that and saying, if you look at the advancements in the web technology, it's a key enabler we wanted to leverage, and we did. It was a long journey, but I believe we did a lot of things right that takes us to having a great product now that's completely competitive, right for the market, and it's really scalable, going from the very small up to the enterprise segment and going across all industry verticals.
Wow, that was a lovely and knowledgeable journey, I should say. So, sir, have you, since you were talking about launching the Spice CRM in Middle East and Asia, have you been working in Middle East or Asia? Have you tried this earlier? Is your team and yourself experienced in touching the Middle East and Asia market?
Yes, also in my previous career, I spent quite some time in Asia and also in the Middle East for a certain time. I was for a previous company responsible and heading that region, so I definitely see the potential there. What we're happy with that we are partnering with Finnsys in India, supporting us there. They also have a long history coming from the same background, so from the Sugar CRM community side, and then spent some time on Sweet CRM. Everybody makes mistakes, but they figured out that Spice CRM is much better, and they share the same vision we do. And we have been discussing for several years now, so it's a longer discussion, so it's a very well-known relationship we are establishing here, where we are looking forward for a great collaboration with those guys, not only in the go-to-market, but also in joint developments. And we see them really, they've built up very good skills also on our platform and understand what we do and help us drive the vision.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So let me also request and pull in Natalia for this conversation as she handles the partnership strategy. Hi, Natalia. How are you? A question to you, Natalia. What made you select Finnsys as a partner, and what is your partnership strategy? Can we know a bit on that?
Thank you very much, Al, for your question. There are various reasons as to why we choose our channel partners, and some of them would be experience, obviously, in the industry and extensive network potential clients. The second one would be sales strategies being adopted in acquiring the clients. The most important thing amongst all factors, of course, is passion, and also, from my perspective, the genuine interest from the partner in increasing their own portfolio of offering and introducing an easy to use, scalable, flexible, and a very affordable CRM to their customers, and hence to create an overall customer experience. Ideally, the people who decide to partner with us should just be just as passionate the way as we are, and in this case we found that Finnsys share the same kind of zeal as we do, and it comes to sales and customer satisfaction.
Okay, so passion is one of the eligibility criteria for a partner. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, Natalia. And since we are talking about partnership, let me request Rizwan to share his thoughts on this partnership. Rizwan is from Finnsys. Hi Rizwan, how are you?
Thanks, Sergio, for inviting me to be part of this wonderful conversation. Well, to be honest, we are quite honored and excited at the same time to be associated with Spice CRM. We at Finnsys understand our customer requirements very well, and with Spice CRM in our portfolio, you can expect nothing but the best from us. Our alliance with Spice CRM will only strengthen our commitments towards providing our customers with the best of CRM solutions at a highly competitive price point with utmost customer satisfaction and results-oriented approach. To realize this goal, we plan to recruit a few partners and strengthen our channel network globally. We have fine-tuned our strategies for Spice CRM and are focusing more on the niche segments in India, which according to us is the most untapped sector when it comes to implementing CRM solutions. We will also focus on the healthcare domain, the tourism industry, the real estate, and the e-commerce sectors, as we have tremendous amount of experience in these verticals. So finally, we thank Chris for giving us this wonderful opportunity to work with him, and are looking forward to work under the guidance of the CRM man himself, and we wholeheartedly welcome him to this part of the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Rizwan Bhai. I think Mr. Knoll would be excited, as your team, as Finnsys, is all set to work under his guidance. All the best for Finnsys, and I'm sure of the immense success that is awaiting this partnership model. Coming back to Mr. Knoll, sir, as the name says, how spicy is the Spice CRM? Can you talk a bit about the spicy features of Spice CRM?
Yes, there are spicy features. So, of course, technology, as I mentioned, is a key aspect that allowed us to do a lot of things. But the other thing we did is we focused on completeness of the solution. So really ranging from the marketing to the sales to the service, product management, project management, all these features, we invested heavily to basically build a really complete solution. With a couple of things in mind, of course, it needs to be functionally rich. This was one of the things we did in completing, and the journey is still not completely over. So there are things we are currently working on that are also on our roadmap for next year. There's a lot of things we're going to do in marketing automation. I think the last 2 years we invested very heavily on the sales and the service side, so moving forward. The second big thing is usability. So our big mantra with Spice CRM, it needs to be easy and intuitive to use. So CRM systems are adopted because the users love to use them. You can never say to a user, you have to use it. Users need to understand why they're using it. They need to understand the benefits they are getting from the system, and they need to feel it's easy to use, and basically it helps them. So usability is easy. There's a lot of things we do with like drag and drop, or implementing and embedding Google services like completion and integrated search. Lots of other features. We invested heavily in the search capabilities so that you find records. So usability is the other thing. Functionality first, usability second. And the third, last but not least, was also important for us, is to build a framework and build a solution that's completely flexible and also extendable. So starting from a role-based concept where you can customize and configure the system for different roles the users has, you can also completely configure it with all the fields and drop-down values and layouts and screens, and going that far that it's also easy to extend, adding new components, adding complete new features and modules which are there only for the customer. With the open source model, this enables you to basically save on licenses and invest the money you spend on a CRM project where it matters and where it reaches the user. So making the system more usable, faster to use, and really creates the efficiency in your organization, which is a key enabler. So currently you need to be fast, you need to be flexible in the CRM side to do that. So these are currently the three big things, saying feature rich, usable, and completely extendable. This is really from our side what makes Spice CRM so spicy that not only the users but also our customers love it.
That was indeed spicy. The market would be waiting for having a hands-on to your Spice CRM. Thank you so much for joining. Thanks to your team, thanks to Mr. Knoll, thanks to Natalia, thanks to Mr. Rizwan. And Mr. Knoll, I think you should visit Dubai. There's an Expo 2020 going on. Plan a visit to Dubai during your launch of Spice CRM. It would be great to host you here, sir. Thank you so much for joining this conversation. Thank you.
Thank you for the invitation. I think it was an interesting call. I hope we'll have further opportunities on that. And of course, I hope to see you in the not too distant futures in your market again. And maybe we can also make some joint stories on some customer successes, which we do jointly with Finsis in your region. Thank you.
A big thanks to all the viewers. Stay tuned. I'll be back with a few more interview sessions with celebrities, with entrepreneurs. Stay in touch, stay tuned, take care, God bless, have a wonderful life ahead. Cheers.